everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please make sure you press that subscribe button down below. As you can tell by the title, this is going to be how to pluck a 4x4 closure like a frontal. This, as you can see, I have already bleached the knots in this closure. And this closure is from the company Longqi Beauty, and it's in the curl pattern loose wave, I believe. If not, I'll put down the info down in the description bar. Now for when I do wigs or pluck or anything like that, I do use my my wig stand. I'm not sure exactly what you call it. My wig head. This wig head I got from Amazon, and it was about $23 to $24, and I got it in the size 22. And now, as you can see, when I'm plucking the closure, I make sure I secure it down at least at both ends and also in the back, so it could be secure for when I am plucking the front. Now, as you can see, like the front of it is very coarse and everything, so yeah. You are going to be, obviously you're going to need a tweezer. This tweezer I got from my regular beauty supply store. It was about $3, so you don't need an expensive tweezer. And right here I'm just showing you guys exactly how you're going to be using it, like the right way. I would suggest when you are plucking, I like to pluck with the hair a little bit damp. You don't have to do this. This is all like preference, but I prefer it to be damp a little bit, because I guess it makes it a little bit more easier to pluck. Right here I'm just taking out a little part. You could say this could be your baby hair, but I didn't really do baby hair for this look, but I'm going to be cutting it in little small sections, and this is the first row that I'm doing. Now, when I pluck, I always make sure that I pull the hair back, and as you can see, I'm going that direction that I'm holding it in, and I just start to pluck. There's really no right or wrong way to pluck. It's all about how comfortable you are with like the tweezer, and basically how you're holding it and everything. Now, as you can see, I'm not staying in one section. I'm going all over the place. Not all over the place, but like I'm going back and forth. I'm not just staying in one section. You don't want to stay in one section to make the closure bald. And again, you don't really know. I can't really tell you when. Well, I can tell you when to stop plucking, but it's all about looking and like keeping an eye out, basically. But as you all know, closures, they do tend to shed a lot, so I wouldn't suggest you pluck too much in the closure, because you are trying to make it last longer. So try not to pluck too much in the front. And also, as you can see, I also take some out in the front, because as you can see, like the front, it has a really like not bulky, I'm trying to find the word for it. It's very thick in the front, so I also want to thin out that little section that I pulled out, so when I do push it back, it doesn't have that straight line. if that makes any sense. I'm going to be going back and forth between the front separated hair and also the back. As you can see, the front is already looking much more natural than that bulky thing that we started with. Now I'm about to make a second line. In total, I make 3 lines to separate, well, 3 separate lines to pluck. You don't necessarily have to do the third line, but I just do it because I like that gradient effect that it gives it. So this is all, it's all about preference. You don't have to do the second one, well, the third one. But if you want that gradient effect like it has on a frontal, I would suggest you do the third. Again, do not go crazy with the plucking, because once you, towards the end, I'm telling you not to go crazy with the plucking. I kind of went crazy a little bit, but I'm telling you guys not to go crazy because it's really easy for you to, like pluck in until you basically made the front of the closure or frontal bald. And again, I'm doing that back and forth thing where I also pluck the leave out little section that I did. And this is all just going to come together to create that gradient effect when you comb everything back. Honestly, you guys, plucking, it takes a little while to do, and I'm not even gonna lie, you're going to get cramps in your hands because the motion that you're going in, like going so quick, as you can see, like I do go very fast, it really like it gives me cramps basically. But all I do is take little pauses and stuff, let my hand rest, and continue plucking. Now this is the third row I'm doing. I don't recommend going past 3 rows because I think 3 rows is like the maximum. Yeah, the maximum. If you go over that, your front, well, your closure, and this also applies for frontals, it'll look crazy basically. So I don't suggest you go past the third row to pluck. Now I'm here pushing the hair back to show you guys, and it's already looking good. And yeah, you seen how where we started before with the front being very bulky and everything, now it's looking more, well, less bulky basically. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pluck the front. Now it's gonna be both. It's not gonna necessarily be just in the front. I'm going to pluck a little bit in the front, and also to get rid of that straight line that it has, I'm gonna pluck that. And I'm also gonna pluck like I'm doing right now on the hair, so it could take out some of that bulkiness in front of the hairline. So as you can see, like I'm plucking in front of the hairline and also in the back of it. Like you can see the gradient effect that it's giving. Right here, you could stop right here, to be honest with you, because this is exactly how, this is the look that you're going for. You want that gradient effect. Now you could pluck more. I wouldn't suggest you pluck more, and I wouldn't suggest that because it is going to make your closure bald over time. And this is the amount of hair that came out the closure after plucking. Now to make your closure have that frontal effect, I'm going to be showing you guys you see the two tabs that are on the sides. I would highly suggest you guys cut that when you guys make your wigs, or after or before. I would suggest after, so it could be easier, so it would already be sewed down. But after you make the wig, you cut off both of the side tabs, because it'll give you a more realistic frontal look in a sense. As you can see, I'm still plucking. I really honestly don't know why I continued plucking, because I kind of, now looking, I was satisfied with how it looked before. So like I said, it's all about keeping an eye out. Like, make sure you don't go crazy with the plucking, because it's very easy for you to go crazy and start giving yourself bald spot. Right now, I'm guessing I'm satisfied right now with it. And I'm just showing you guys how it looks and the different parts and stuff you guys can do with it. This is exactly how you want your closure to look like if you want that frontal look. And also, I've seen people it's better to pluck after you give a part, so because when you do pluck, you pluck the part, so the front normally looks a little bit too like pluck. So I would suggest when you are starting to pluck any closure or frontal, to make the part first and then pluck around it. Like, as you can see that the part in the front has already been plucked, which makes it look like it has like a hole and stuff like that. So to avoid that, it would be better to make the part first and then pluck around it. And this is me showing you guys the two tabs that I do cut off to make it have a more realistic frontal look when I finish the wig and include the band and everything. But that's all for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.